Happy Tuesday. I'm back with Kim Jackson, and we're going to talk about how to effectively network at Hollywood events. Now, we've talked about networking on Guru Tips for Actors before, but I wanted to bring that topic back. Now, if you missed our video on 5 networking tips for actors, check that out by clicking here. Now, I'm here with Kim Jackson of the Hollywood Survival Guide for Actors, and she is an amazing wealth of all things acting related, but particularly networking and building relationships. You're just kind of amazing at that, Kim.
Thanks.
Yeah. So thanks for coming back and joining us for another week, first of all.
Cheers. Of course.
A lot of us wonder when we're at these events, we get there, we're a little anxious. Like, how do we strike up a conversation with someone? Like, what the heck do we do?
Okay. See, this is what I love about the whole being an actor and going to networking events thing is the idea of like striking up a conversation with someone. It's like in a scene. If you're forcing an emotion, people can kind of read it. Like you can tell if you're forcing it. It's not just organically there. So my take on networking events and the way I do it, and it's probably just like messy and whatever, but I go for the event. Okay. So I go intentionally to a place where I'll be surrounded by like-minded professionals in my industry with whom I may or may not get along, and I may or may not end up developing in a relationship. The way in which I meet them is by being at the event and really being engaged in the event. Like if they have an amazing food table, be eating the food, be like stuffing your face with awesomeness and like accidentally like bump into some person at the table as you're like reaching across them for a profiterole and suddenly start talking about random stuff, like just about the food, about the movie that you just watched, about life, like you would at any event. Like the thing with actors, I feel like they so often disconnect between the idea, like they disconnect the idea of a director and a producer or a casting director being a human being.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're forging a relationship and having a good opener. You're just like a person talking to another person in your industry. So find a new friend. And if you don't get along with a person, don't try to talk to them. Like don't force a conversation with someone that you don't kind of connect with. Just
not everyone is your people. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what's the thing they say? Like a third of the people will love you, a third of the people won't like you, and a third of the people will be ambivalent. Right. So find the third of the people that are going to love you and don't worry about the rest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's and that brilliant. Includes within, there's like 16,000 members in the DGA. You think you're going to burn those relationships? That means, a lot of them probably aren't going to think you're all that awesome, but a third of them are going to think you're wicked cool.
That's a lot. That's a lot of directors.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any specifics, like, tips on what to wear at networking events? Anything we should avoid?
I think, it's funny because as a woman, you want to, especially as a girl in Hollywood, you think about it and you're like, oh, I want to do my hair nice. I want to do my makeup nice. And that's really cool. It's nice when girls do dress up really glamorous at events. But I would say within the dress code, wear something that's just you, like if I was stuck in like a tiny little skinny dress, it probably wouldn't fit. I wear like flowy hippie stuff and summer dresses and stuff like that. So for me, it's a reflection of my personality. And I feel like a lot of the time when girls have all that makeup done and all that hair done and like look at the people on TV and in films, look at the women on TV and in films, these beautiful women, Charlize Theron, she looks wonderfully natural in movies. Jennifer Lawrence, she looks wonderfully natural in movies. They don't glam themselves up all the time because there's kind of a facade that goes with that. There's a veneer that's hard to get past. And if you're going to networking events to connect with people and you're walking in there in an outfit that disconnects you with people immediately because you're trying to compensate for an insecurity or trying to feel beautiful because you're just like, okay, if I look pretty, they'll like me. And it's like, no, you're not a model. You might be a model, but your goal of these things is to be a successful actress and to be someone where people go, I could she's such a silly head. She's like tripping all over herself. I could totally see her as that awesome sitcom character. Or, wow, what a tomboy. Man, look how strong, she's such a strong female. I'd love to put her in that role where she's playing the leader of a workers' union. Aren't they the interesting jobs?
Right.
So
I think
anyway.
The key is just making sure that people have the ability to get to know you. So not covering you up, but being more open about who you are.
Yeah. Just stop trying to be cool. None of us are cool. We're actors. We're all silly heads. So just...
Some of us are really uncool, actually.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
And it's
like
okay.
That.
Yeah.
Cool
We're total nerds
uncool.
and we've embraced that finally.
Yeah. So I should tell you guys, I had one of my mentoring clients. I mentor actors and one day a week. And one of my clients, I was like, you got to go to this film festival. And she was like, okay, cool. I feel nervous. I'm like, I want you to go opening night party and closing night party. No questions asked. And so she's like, okay. So she went to opening night party. As she walked in, she was petrified. And so she turned around and ran back to the hotel and couldn't go in because she was so scared because she didn't know what to say. And I had said to her, the best relationships you make will literally be at the food table. This is what was so funny about this, is she was so perturbed with herself for not going to the opening night party. Come closing night party, she's like, I'm going to this no matter what. I'm going. It's going to happen. So she went to the closing night party and she spent the first half of the night kind of awkwardly trying to meet people, and she felt really uncomfortable and kind of fake and didn't really know what to say. And finally she's just like, oh, screw it. She went to the food table. She's like, this is so crap. And she's talking to some guy about the food at the food table. And she's just like, oh yeah, I hate these networking things. I never know what to say to anyone. I feel like such an idiot. And I'm so like, can't make sentences work. And then this guy was like, oh, yeah, me too. That's exactly how I feel. I get like nervous. I don't know what to say to anyone. And she's like, yeah. And so he's like, well, why don't you just come hang out with us? Let's just go get drunk. And so anyway, they all just like went and hung out, and they turned out to be the group of the main top filmmakers at the entire event. And that's who she spent the whole night hanging out with. If she'd been trying to be fake in that moment, she probably never really would have connected with them like that.
Absolutely.
So that's
great.
You guys
it's a wonderful
because that's how all my relationships are.
Yes.
Me being an idiot and people for some reason wanting to hang out with me.
Well, being an authentic idiot is the key, right?
Yes.
If you're authentically an idiot, be an idiot.
Yeah. And
Just do
have
it.
Fun.
Just have fun.
People just want to be around people who are having fun, not people who are trying to be something they're not.
Awesome.
That's my advice.
Yes, that is what we will leave you with. So this has been a wonderful conversation. If you'd like to work with Kim as this client of hers
I will mentor you.
Did, right?
Yes.
How do they find out more about that?
It's on the website for the book is hollywoodsguide.com. So that's Hollywood's Guide. This is my business voice, hollywoodsguide.com. But seriously,
it's on the screen as well, so they'll know.
Click there or wherever
wherever it's going to be.
Yeah. But yes, I have been here for 12 years, and I do study very specifically the business of acting. So yes. I promise I'll sound more intelligent in our sessions.
No, you're doing great. So if you would like to have a copy of the Hollywood Survival Guide for Actors, you can enter to win a copy by subscribing to our YouTube channel and commenting on the blog. So please tell us something that you're going to implement at your next networking event, or share some comment or ask a question. We'd love to answer them for you. Just please engage, and also share this with your friends. Now, we will talk to you next week where we talk about the fine line between proactivity and desperation as an actor. So be sure to tune in next week, and we will see you then.